Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Paramount Pictures presents a story about life.
Oops, my bad.
Liberty.
Ew, get off of me. As if.
And the pursuit of accessories.
Shopping with Dr. Seuss? Well, at least I wouldn't skin a collie to make my backpack. Whoa.
Alicia Silverstone.
He does dress better than I do. What would I bring to the relationship?
Clueless.
Are you okay? I'm fine.
Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, July 19th.
As if.
Okay. Clueless, brought to you by Plaid.
Yeah. Oh man, the lady who did the costumes and stuff, Mona May, I think is who it was, who I remember reading about. She said, "I'm going all plaid. It's going to be like a parody of like school uniforms. It's going to be awesome."
Yeah, dude, everything about this is great. The costuming is freaking delightful, and the script is great, and all of the acting is really good.
Yeah. It's super funny.
It's badass. All right, season 5, episode 14.
Wow.
Clueless.
That's a lot of episodes, man. I was thinking about
a lot
that
of episodes.
the other day.
Yeah, I wanted to make a collection on my like media server of like all of the Movie Life Crisis movies, and I can't figure out an easy way to do it without me manually sorting 100 and whatever 20, and I just don't want to.
Yeah, it's a lot now. I've been doing that. I have different seasons set up as collections on my thing. I don't know if you know this. I can't remember if I sent it to you or not. There have been 4 people that have said, "Dude, you showed up on my social media feed. What the heck is this?"
Nice.
Like, I didn't know you had a podcast. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, we ruined your algorithm. I'm very sorry for that." Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, "Oh, awesome, dude. You probably like it. Check it out," kind of thing.
Yeah, they made it easier for us to take clips from the podcast, which we now do in video, as those of you unfortunate enough to follow us on YouTube know. And I can just put them up, and so I have them scheduled. And so like twice a week, one will pop up on my Instagram, like, "Oh, hey, that's us talking." I'm like, I don't need to watch this. I already was there.
I lived it. I
remember
what
I said because I was standing there. When I said
it. Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Speaking of, you can follow us on the social medias if you want to. You can watch us on YouTube. It looks like I'm sweating because I have a weird shadow on my face. Jeff's wearing a shirt that says "Re-elect Mayor Goldie Wilson." Goldie Wilson. I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of that.
Also, it's summertime, so we've caught up on Patreon. We did 3 Men and a Baby, which is not out yet, but we just put out Beverly Hills Cop 2, and 3 Men and a Baby will be out by the time you hear this.
Nice.
So we got some stuff. We got some Patreon stuff coming.
Support the arts.
Yeah, you can listen to it for $5 a month. Summertime, people traveling, maybe you need extra 1987 movies. And I think you can still do a free 7-day trial if you want to.
That's awesome.
Those of you who are supporting, we much appreciate it. And yeah, dude,
the arts. I can't believe you still say supporting the arts.
I like it. I like to support the arts.
It's great.
It's important.
Yeah,
it's important. We're out here making art. This is art right now.
At least it's not content, because I don't like when it's content.
No, people don't like that as much. Dude, I was going to send you. I saw Spotify suggested an audiobook for me, and it's and the title of it is "Stupid TV, Be More Funny: A History of The Simpsons."
Ooh. That's pretty good.
Yeah, which I thought was awesome.
Nice.
But anyway, we're here talking about Clueless.
Yeah, fantastic movie.
Dude, and it came out at the exact, like, we're like right at the age as the characters and actors are when this movie comes out, and was delightful.
Which made it way harder to recast it also, because I don't know any of these kids.
Yeah, I don't. But I also think that's good that we don't know 16-year-olds. I would be a little concerned if we had like a real great knowledge of like, oh, here's the hot 16-year-olds right now. I
know a ton of 16-year-olds now, but I don't know any of them that I could cast in a movie.
Because you're a high school teacher, to be clear.
Right.
It's not, yeah.
Not my windowless van that says candy on the side.
Right. Free candy. Painted. It seems legit. Yeah, give
Come
us a
see
synopsis.
my puppies in a rope. It's right next to the cages. Dude. Well, never mind. We'll talk about it like where you saw this, because I have been racking my brain since I watched it.
Yeah.
like where I saw it. So, you want to do synopsis?
Yeah, hit me.
Spoiled but sweet Cher Horowitz. Did you know her last name was Horowitz, by the way?
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that until I did this. Spoiled but sweet Cher Horowitz fixes her friend's life and accidentally improves her own in a 90s high school glam style. That's kind of, I mean, that's very basic, short and sweet, but it covers it.
Yeah. I was trying to think because it was a remake of, or it was a
Emma.
kind of like it was a modern updating of Jane Austen, Emma.
Dude, it's
which
pretty...
I've not read because I don't like Jane Austen. But,
I don't either, but I know that book, and I looked it up to try to see like what the commonalities were. It's really close. Like, the main plot points are exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, that's good because I want to talk about that at some point. But $12 million budget, most went to plaid, and then $88 million gross. So like a 6.5, 7
That's
multiplier. It's fantastic. 33rd biggest movie of 1995 between Species and Sabrina.
Species.
I remember Species. I think that had Natasha Henstridge, but I don't remember Sabrina.
I remember. Sabrina is not Harrison Ford. I'm pretty sure Sabrina's Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar.
I don't remember what it's about, but I just remember Harrison Ford being in that and being
Harrison Ford, Julia Ormond, Greg Kinnear.
Golly, how did I remember that? I've never seen that movie. Why is that in there?
Yeah, Sidney Pollack is the director.
That's so stupid. Why is that in there?
Greg Kinnear's first starring role. Yeah, that's apparently one of those like, dude, there's a bunch of movies like this in the early 90s where it's like, hey, let's do a romantic movie where there's an age gap of 30 years and the girl is a teenager.
Jeez, Seinfeld.
Like Alicia Silverstone's first starring role was The Crush with Carrie Elwes, and it's the same thing. She's like a freaking 14-year-old, and she's trying to seduce this like full-grown man. Everyone's like, I like that movie. We should go see that with a family. Like that's super weird.
It's definitely weird. But
why do we make a bunch of movies like that?
Because the more news that comes out makes me realize that a lot of people like that stuff, and that's weird to me.
Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, movie made a bunch of money, finished in the top 40 of the year. $12 million budget.
It was not a lot of. There's no special effects, so
there's no special effects, but a lot of their shooting is on a high school campus with like 9 characters that have speaking parts and like 60 extras. It just seems like there's a lot of people involved.
Right, yeah.
Like outdoor shoots with like 75 people on camera and 8 of them all have lines. It seems like it would be hard to shoot, but Amy Heckerling, who wrote and directed, knows her
She
shit.
killed it. She killed it. She won best. She wrote the screenplay and directed it, like you said.
Yes,
and she won best screenplay from the film critics. MTV, it had the MTV Movie Awards. It was nominated for 4 of those, and it won the best female performance and most desirable female for Alicia Silverstone. So there you go. Funniest actress in the comedy awards. She won the award for that. She was funny. I'm not saying she was.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she's the funniest actress.
Because she was, I'm trying to think how she was. She's 48 now, so she was 18 when this released, and maybe 17 during filming. She's really good.
Yeah.
The script is still fantastic, but I was surprised at her performance. I'm like, dude, she's awesome, given how young she is.
Yeah. All those Aerosmith videos really helped her hone her craft.
Yeah, she got started with music video, and in the music video they were piercing her navel. Like that was a scene in the music video, and that's like credited for making belly piercings really popular in the 90s, which is a fact that I was not aware of.
That's crazy.
Fact might be a stretch, but it was a tidbit I was not aware of.
Tidbit. I don't want a belly piercing. I think I'm good. I don't think I would be. I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Dude, they would just. I'm trying to think of it'd have to be like the size of a janitor keyring if they're going to pierce your belly.
I want it to actually go through the side of my belly, like through my colon.
Yeah.
where they can just pierce everything.
Have them build in like a cup holder to it.
I want to stick my key ring on there. I want to stick my wallet chain on there.
I was never a fan of any body jewelry in the shape of rings. I think because I was always playing games and sports where people were tugging on me, and I didn't want to think about any of them getting ripped out.
Just ripped out.
Yeah,
that,
I used to know guys who would play football, and they would forget and wear their chain, which in Louisiana also had a cross on it, and someone would grab your like horse collar tackle, grab your pads, and just like rip that, just freaking destroy your neck with that metal chain.
That's horrible. There's Alvin Kamara wears a chain every time. He just tucks his in like.
Well, dude, ours were tucked in. Although I guess maybe they're not allowed to tackle him like that anymore. But same thing with dudes who like Marshawn Lynch, who played with like dreadlocks. It's like if someone's going to pull you down by the dreads, that's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to suck bad.
Sequels and spinoffs. They made a TV show following this.
Yeah, they had a sitcom, but they did a book series too. They did like this Clueless book series.
But the sitcom had a bunch of the people in there, like not Alicia Silverstone, not Paul Rudd, but like Stacey Dash and Donald Faison and like a bunch of the folks from the movie.
Yeah,
Wallace Shawn, I love that guy.
I like that they did that. And dude, when Jake was watching it with me, when he saw Donald Faison, he was like, Turkleton? I was like, yeah, dude, it's Turkleton. He's like, he's so young. I was like, I know.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. They also did a stage musical, and nice. They're going to, in New York, and West End is going to do it, the musical, this year. It's opening.
Okay. And I didn't know about the book. I didn't know about the novels series either, but I see there's like 21 of them.
Yeah, there's a lot. I looked it up to see. I found it on Hoopla, like the first like 9 of them. So I pulled it up and just to read it to see if it was like funny or how it was set up. It's not that funny, but maybe
no, I believe it.
Maybe I just like this because it's finished in 2 hours and there's no reading.
Yeah. What am I reading? Oh, it has to say it on every page. Never forget what movie I'm watching. Dude, this is a great movie. It's an hour and 38 minutes. So like hour 33 when the credits start rolling. It's friggin' this is one that like I sailed right through. I was never bored. It was funnier than I thought. Everybody was doing an awesome job.
Yeah, agreed. I've really liked it.
I don't remember
I watched
when
it with my kids. So.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I don't remember when I saw it. It came out in the summer. It came out in July. And like, I don't think, I would have seen the trailers and been like, ooh, Alicia Silverstone, I like her. She's in the Aerosmith videos. But I don't think that like my dad was taking me to see this, or that I would have gone with my friends if I had any friends. So
what grade are you though? This is before your sophomore year? No. Yeah.
So I would have been, this would have been the summer before my sophomore year of high school.
Right. So the summer before my senior year, I didn't see it in the theater. I mean, I have it on DVD.
Yeah.
I've been done having it on DVD, and I watched it a lot, but I was very late to this party. I can, as if, like, I can remember people saying that, but I don't think it was, like, in a serious way. I think they were saying it mocking, like, this movie, or, like, talking like a Valley Girl over the top, like, type thing. But I don't remember people talking like a lot of this movie.
Well, this was this is about the same time as like Beverly Hills 90210 comes out, and they release it in the summer of 1990 when there's no new TV on.
Yeah.
But so like by the time 95 rolls around, because Beverly Hills 90210 runs 10 seasons, and by 95 I think there's like some spinoffs, and there's Melrose Place, and so kids in Louisiana who like knew nothing about anything.
Right.
We're like, knew all about life in Beverly Hills for high school kids.
Right. And it was just like this.
Yeah. And so like everybody could like do a Valley Girl impression and like,
right.
Dude, for all I know, it's exactly what it's still like. Cause I've never been to high school in California.
Right. Yeah. As soon as Jake started watching it and she's wearing the yellow outfit, the plaid she starts off with, and then they go to, tennis during PE. When he saw those two things, he goes, wait a second, this is a music video. I was like, the I'm so fancy Iggy Azalea song.
Yeah.
That video is like shot for
Shot
shot.
for
Like
shot.
it's exact. It's hysterical. We went back and watched that afterwards. Dude, it's exactly the same. So people are still, not that that's a new song. That's,
No.
10 years old, but still, people are still, talk about this movie still.
That scene, by the way, the gym was in my bonus scenes. I couldn't get it into the main, but dude, like Cher, she freaking takes her tennis racket and she goes out when it's her turn. She just holds the tennis racket and makes a speech.
And the balls are just flying past
She's like,
her.
this gym class offerings is embarrassing. I doubt standing in line for 40 minutes is hardly aerobically satisfying. I doubt it.
Man.
Dude, and then it's like, all right, just go sit down. And this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. And then Dion's up next, and she's like, I have a note from my tennis instructor. He doesn't want me doing anything that
Derailing his teachings.
It's so,
right.
And like six of them, none of them ever goes and takes a turn, and they're just all standing in the shade watching the tennis ball machine just fire balls at the back fence. Oh, man.
That's
I love that
scene.
one.
Good. And everybody's wearing the black and white.
Yes.
Nobody's
I don't
wearing a
remember.
uniform.
Dude, and I couldn't believe how apropos it was for her to have a freaking phone and like a jeweled holster that she wears around her neck, because that's how a lot of people I know now carry phones.
Yeah, all the 90s things are coming around, dude. Every time I see a picture of somebody on like Instagram, I'm like, why the hell are their pants so high? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
90s are coming back.
Like, dude, I'm waiting for Gen Z to rediscover Jenkos any minute now. I'll be like, you guys know about these? They're great.
Those always reminded me of those Russian dancers where it doesn't look like they're moving their feet and they're just hovering, because you could move your feet under those Jenkos and it just looks like you're sliding.
Yes, you definitely can. I don't remember when I first saw this. I guess it must have been on TV, or maybe I rented it when school started and everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. I owned it on DVD. Dude, this is the kind of movie where you get it in the 550 bin and you're like, oh, snap.
Oh, I owned it
This
and I
was a
watched
good
it a
one.
bunch, but it also must have been on television a bunch, because it's really easy to make this TV friendly.
Right. It's not very...
Like, it's the
not
right
dirty.
length. There's nothing you need to cut out. Like, you can do it 2 hours with commercials.
Right.
But there's a lot of this that I know I've seen like 15, 20 times.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like the freaking, we'll talk about it when we get to the scene. So, yeah, I don't remember.
Same
Did you ever
to-
figure out? Did you figure out where you saw it? Or you don't
No,
know?
I think it was a DVD or just saw it on TV, like you said. I don't know. I was late to this party. I do remember people talking about it and asking, like, what the heck? What are y'all even talking about? And they're like, oh, it's Clueless. You're going to love it. I remember Biggin really liking it. This is one we watched all the time.
Yeah.
He loved Donald Faison in that whole thing.
Dude,
with
me
freaking,
too.
Don't call my mama. Don't call my mama.
Oh, God, Donald Faison's great in this. Yeah. Let's, all right.
So
Well, how did you...
what'd you score it?
I was thinking, man, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm not even sure if that was high enough, because I really do. I don't have a lot of complaints about it, but it's also like not in my top 10 or top 20 favorite comedies.
Why is that? Mine's the
know.
same way. I was like, I'm going to give this a 9. This shit was really good. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, a 9 though? Really? Should I give it a 9? Something's making me bring it down.
I mean, I have some complaints, like the step brother, stepsister porn, age
put
gap
that-
stuff.
I
But
put
I never
that in
cared
there.
about that until this watch, when I'm trying to take notes and have to talk about it. But I think it's just that the movie is just it's centered around female protagonist, and I'm a male. So like, my favorite movies are movies where the guy's in the lead, which is like normal.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, dude, this is great.
I gave it an 8.5 too, because I wanted to give it a 9, and the whole time I was like, I don't know, man, it's good. It's like, it's a cult. It's funny. It's got the cult classic, like everybody still talks about it kind of thing, like humor and coming of age and all that stuff. Dude, I don't know, man.
We just did Bad Boys, and I gave Bad Boys a 9, and I felt like this was like not quite as good as Bad Boys, because Bad Boys is hilarious and there's action, and I was like, if I just had to pick one of the two of them to watch, I would pick Bad Boys.
Pick Bad Boys, yeah.
But then I gave Billy Madison an 8 out of 10, and I love Billy Madison, so I think 8.5 is a pretty solid. Like, that's a good rating.
That's what I'm saying. I very rarely give them 8.5s too. So I know it's still good. I just couldn't figure out what was making me give it an 8.5 instead of a 9. And I think you're right. I think it might just be hey, it's centered around fashion and girls, and that's just not always appealing.
Yeah. But, dude, this movie's is fantastic. All right, let's do scenes. Our top 3 scenes. What's your number 1?
All right, so I don't know how to. I don't even know how to put this together because there's a scene where they're all in class with the guy who does T-Rex from Toy Story, Mr. What was his name?
Yeah, dude.
Hall?
And he's also in Princess Bride. Wallace.
Yeah.
Wallace Shawn. Inconceivable.
Yeah, but my kids knew him. Jake's like, wait, pause it. I think that's
it's
T-Rex.
Rex.
Yeah,
It's a Rex.
So there's a part where they're in there, and Cher does. Alicia Silverstone gets up and gives her thing, and he goes, "Ladies, so does anyone have any further thoughts on Cher's oration?" And that dude Elton raises his hand.
Yeah.
And he goes, yes, Elton. He goes, yeah, I can't find my Cranberry CD. I've got to go to the quad before somebody snags it. And dude, and it happens again. And I don't know how. I want to put those two together because in Miss Geist's class,
it happens again in Miss Geist's class when they're talking about the Pismo Beach disaster. She's like, they lost everything they owned. Is it? And then it's like, anyone have any questions?
Every single possession, every memory, everything. And he raises. Yes. Can I have the pass? I was like, God damn it.
Every time they're in class, the teacher asks for feedback and he raises his hand to go to the bathroom.
Dude, that is let me tell you, because when I'm up there, I'm putting the show on, I'm talking about war elephants, and I'm like, and the guy's got a harpoon right in his chest, and he's like, and somebody raised their hand, I'm like, yeah. Is it okay if I go to another teacher's class? I'm like, so then I like pretend to take the harpoon out and throw it down on the ground. Like, I felt that so hard, and I don't know how Amy Heckerling wrote that, but it's genius because that is exactly what
she
happened.
said she went to Beverly Hills High School and like sat in because she did Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
right?
And like, so she's already like well known when she's prepping this movie. So she goes to Beverly Hills High and actually sits in the class like freaking Jane Goodall with the chimps and just is sitting back there taking notes. And she's like, they're grooming themselves a lot, and they're always going to take a leak when the teachers are trying to get them to care about stuff.
Yes, that's really a thing, too. Like, you saw how checked out everybody was? Like, how nobody was paying attention to what the teacher was saying, and everybody's, like, looking at their phones or doing
dude, I went
else.
to school. I remember what it was like. That's how I was.
That is every single freaking class.
Yes, of course it is.
A group of people like that. It's crazy. It's amazing we know anything.
It's one of my scenes was actually that same scene, but not that same bit. It was when Cher was doing the debate, and she was like, she's got her gums stuck to her fingers. She's like, yeah, and the Haitians just want to come in, and it's like when I had my daddy's birthday party, and it was RSVP sit down, and some people didn't RSVP, and it does not say on the Statue of Liberty RSVP.
I'm like totally bugging.
And then the other girl, Amber's like, I can't. Well, she didn't do the assignment. And then that's when
her assignment. I can't do mine.
And that's when he asks, like, does anyone have any thoughts on Cher's oration? He's like, yeah, somebody stole my Cranberry CD.
I gotta run to the quad, dude. And then what's his name? Breckenmeyer afterwards. Oh man, he's like too enthusiastic. Thumbs up. Like he does a great job.
I love Breckenmeyer.
Yeah. He's really good. This cast is awesome.
Cast is great, man, because Jeremy Sisto is the guy who plays, whatever his name is. And
who?
Dude,
Jeremy
Elton. Sisto.
Elton.
Yeah.
He's been in a ton of stuff.
He's been in a ton of stuff, and he's so good in this because he's like this like rich freaking D-bag, and he's delightful.
Just keeps making passes at people.
Like, yeah, and dude, he's also like singing like in his stupid Corvette.
Turn away.
I remember that scene so vividly.
I know. Why is that burned in there?
His older sister, by the way, is an actress named Meadow Sisto, who was famously played Caroline in Captain Ron.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
But yeah, the cast for this movie is stupid good. Yeah, Breckenmeyer is delightful. And Breckenmeyer and Donald Faison are in. Oh God, what's the? He's Prestone, tall. He's kind of tall.
Oh yeah. Wait, like Turkleton's in that?
Yeah, he and Breckenmeyer are in the band that plays at the house party. And they're like really good friends like still, Prince. And they met in Clueless.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's Can't Hardly Wait.
Yeah, Can't Hardly Wait.
Their beer's gone bad. No one
Nobody
drank the beer. I want to be Grand Moff Tarkin. All right.
You're troll doll. Yeah. What's your next scene?
The next scene that I have is just the intro. There's like a voiceover from Alicia Silverstone, which, by the way, was impeccably done.
The voiceover in this movie is so good.
It was, and part of me is like, I don't know if you've seen those videos on YouTube or where they show like, if you take the inner monologue out from like Wonder Years.
Yeah.
And you take that out and it's just him like staring and making faces.
Yeah.
And some, like, I keep thinking about that, like, oh man, that wouldn't work anymore. I don't know. Dude, this voiceover was perfect. It set up everything. It introduces her. It shows how she gets dressed and how she lives. You meet her friends. You meet her dad. You see the groups in the school. Dude, it was fantastic.
Dude, we love it, man. I think I was talking about, and maybe like in the river, and river runs through it. Like if a voiceover is well done, it adds so much to a movie, and I absolutely
Shawshank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's Morgan Freeman. That's the freaking king of voiceovers.
Yeah, he kills it. But no, I thought it set up the whole thing really well. Sometimes I have to like explain what stuff means to my kids if they're watching it with me. This one I didn't. She really, the 17-year-old went through and knocked it out for us.
That's a good one. My first scene that I had written down was the valley party.
Oh man,
because that is, I think, it's one of the most perfect like 90s teenage party scenes in history.
But wait, did you ever go to parties where people were dancing like that everywhere?
I went to parties where people were dancing, just nobody was that good at it because there weren't any cameras on.
Well, those people weren't that good at it either because there's a part where Elton and he's like going like this.
Yeah.
And dude, I can remember watching that with Biggin, going to Kyle's apartment, and we all went out someplace, and we were dancing, and Biggin just standing in the corner, and me standing in the corner doing the Elton. Dude, I've never been to a party where everybody was like, oh, the whole living room is like where people are throwing it down and dancing. Everybody was just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, I've been to parties like that. Not in high school, but in college. Because in high school, everyone had parents, and no parents was going to let someone trash their house,
their entire house,
or like hey, let's have a couple hundred underage kids all smoke pot and get drunk in our house. This seems like a great idea.
And play suck and blow.
Yeah, but dude, all the they show up and the freaking Breckin Myers jumps across on his skateboard and like destroys some lawn ornaments and
right, yeah.
Like, dude, she's like Cher is wearing her freaking silk shoes that are like this dress is like a totally important designer. Yeah, and I will totally blow your brains out.
Oh man!
And then they're just freaking dancing, and they're smoking pot, and they're playing all these games, and Ty
takes it to the head for the freaking big shoe.
Yeah, who throws a shoe, honestly? And dude, they take her to the kitchen, they're putting ice on her.
And she kept the towel.
That whole thing was freaking iconic. And then like Elton's just like, you feeling okay? He's like, can you just still do this?
Rolling with the homies. I bought that tape. Okay, don't burn that. Please tell me you don't just ziplock your digits every time you take a shower. What movie was that? Oh, Trojan War. Trojan War.
Tissue.
Tsetse fly, man. Super intense. Silver dollars, Holmes. Silver dollars.
Penismobile. Someone move the penismobile.
Oh, criminy. Oh, that's it. No, the Jake was actually asking, like, do they really have parties like this? And I was like, I'm sure somebody's had parties. I've just never been to one.
Yeah. I went to parties like that in college, but not in high school. But also,
dude, I've been to parties where there's tons of people in the house. Just everywhere you look, people were like coupled up dancing. Elton is doing his thing. Like, I was just like, this is so weird to me. I don't think I've ever. But that's how they all are in movies.
Yeah, because like I was thinking, like we did Uncle Buck for Patreon. He went to the high school house, and it's like everybody was dancing downstairs, and then upstairs every room was full of high school kids having sex, and he was like kicking in doors, or drilling through the door, he's holding his hatchet.
Oh man, pour some out, John King.
The Valley Party, and also at the end of the Valley Party, they have the freaking bit that I love, where Elton's trying to drive home Alicia Silverstone, and he's trying to get her to drive Brittany Murphy, and they just keep doing the things. Yeah, but then you could just get from Wilshire, you could just turn around and swing right back on Sunset. It's, yeah, but I have to get off the
Why
interstate.
would I go? But that would make me go back.
She's going north, and I want to go south. Dude, especially having lived in LA
I hate
for a
getting
couple
off
years.
the freeway.
I love all of that shit.
Oh man, yeah. I like how she kept trying to fix him up, and the whole time he was just Pepe Le Pew and her in the front of his Camaro, singing all weird. Great scene.
Oh God,
Dude, my third scene is one that I think about constantly because of where I live. Cher is in the kitchen and she's about to go to have her driving test.
Yeah.
And she's freaking out because she can't find a certain shirt that makes her look super
right.
Makes her look super
It's my most responsible ensemble.
Responsible, yeah. And she's like, Lucy, the fire department called again. It says we need to clear out the bush. You said you'd get Jose to do it. And she's like, he's your gardener. Why don't you tell him? She's like, I don't speak Mexican. He's like, I'm not the Mexican. She freaking storms out. And then Cher's like lost. She's like, what's that about? And Josh says, Lucy's from El Salvador. It's a completely different country. I think that is great because, again, everybody that lives here, anybody that's brown is just from Mexico, man. All these Mexicans. And every time I'm like, that person's not even from there. Like, that's ridiculous that you think that.
Nick, where are your people? Where are you from? Kenner. No,
Kenner.
but like before that.
And obviously now that doesn't matter, but
not at all.
I love that because I always bring that up. There's like a kid that I taught a couple of years ago. They're Korean. They actually owned a Korean like restaurant in town. And somebody's like, yeah, you know, that Chinese girl. I was like, she's not Chinese. She's from Korea. And they're like, what? I'm like, that's a completely different country. And I just harness my inner Paul Rudd so I can make sure I use that. I can't get my head that big, but I try.
That's a good one. My my third scene is when Christian comes to pick up Cher to take her to the party.
Dude, he's quotes.
Dude, he's freaking dressed. He's got his like shit all tucked in. It's like his pants are pleated. He's wearing sunglasses indoors, and it's this fucking giant mansion. And and dude, him interacting with her dad, Dan Hedaya.
Oh God.
And her dad's just like this freaking gruff lawyer guy. He's like, you drink? He's like, no, I'm cool. He's like, I'm not asking you. You think I'm going to offer alcoholic beverages to teenage drivers who are going to take out my daughter? He's like, hey, easy, protective vibe. I can dig it.
Nice pile of bricks you got here. I'm like, oh God.
He's like, you think the death of Sammy Davis Jr. left an opening in the Rat Pack?
I have a 45 and a shovel. I doubt anyone will miss you. I freaking love Dan
all of those interactions. I was like, man, I can't pick any one quote from this. I got to get the whole thing because I love it.
Every time Christian would show up, the music that would play was like the whole time Jake was like, why is he acting like that? Is he gay? Like, I don't, why is the music like that? And I never realized until I started watching it, like the heavy handed, over the top score that came in when he showed up on screen.
Yeah.
They were setting all kinds of clues out there.
Yeah, they were tipping it.
Dude,
that guy must get a lot of.
You mean to tell me that he's wearing assless chaps and he grabbed that? Dude, there's the part at the bottom when they talk about Mr. Hall, T-Rex. They said he was 47 years old.
Yeah.
And I had to pause it and ask my children. I was like, hey, I'm going to be 47 in August. Do I look like Mr. Hall? And they were like, well, I mean, he's shorter than you. I was like, what the fuck? That's the only difference? Well, you have more hair, kind of. I was like, oh, awesome. Okay, cool. So I am that old. Just making sure.
You're definitely that old. He was 51, by the way, when this was filmed, so you got a couple more years. Yeah, right. Dude, she's talking about like he's like ancient and not hip. And I was like, yep, that's what teenagers think about people our age.
Yeah.
Like we're a million years old and we're not cool at all.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not cool, but I just didn't feel like I looked like Mr. Hull yet, and my kids backed me up and said, "Yes, you do."
I think I don't look like him, but it's only because he was always wearing like a 3-piece suit with a vest and a tie, and I'm always wearing like a t-shirt and like shorts and tennis shoes. So
you just worked out because your t-shirt's all sweaty.
I've got a weird shadow. Yeah, I just don't. I just am not as responsible as him. I'm sure if I put on a 3-piece suit and like cut my hair and taught high school kids, I would look just as old as Wallace Shawn did in this movie.
Yeah, yeah. That was. I saw that at the bottom. I forgot to mention it when I said my scene.
Nice.
What about your quote?
Number one quote for me is one that I say all the time, at least once a week, because I don't like to stop at stop signs. I will roll through a stop sign, and without a doubt, in an empty car, I'll just say, I totally paused.
I left it off because I knew you would put it on there. But as soon as she said it, my kids both said, "What the?" Because I say it all the time. I totally paused.
I hit that one up all. I know I've said it 10,000 times.
I can't believe that that's something that my kids recognize too, because they were like, just like when Kat hears the stuff we say, and then hears the comedy hour it comes from, and she's like, "You bitches aren't. You don't have any original thought at all." But she's right. We don't. Yeah. My first one was also from when Cher's driving, except when she's taking her test. She's already done really bad. She's got her inner monologue. She's driving all hunched over. She's thinking about all the stuff that's going wrong in her life. And she's like changing lanes wrong and almost hit a biker and like hit a car. And she's like, "Oops, don't you leave a note?" Like that whole thing. And then they get to the end and he tells her to pull over. And she's like, "So how did I do?" "How did you do? Well, let's see, shall we? You can't park. You can't change lanes. You can't make right-hand turns. You damaged private property. You almost killed someone. Offhand, I'd say you failed." And she's like, "You can't be the absolute final word in driver's licenses." He's like, "Girlie, as far as you're concerned, I'm the messiah of the DMV." Dude, I don't know what it is about that guy's accent and the way he delivers it. I freaking love it. "I am the messiah of the DMV" is fantastic, and I've always liked that quote. Dude, I realized, like, I started thinking about the driving, what's the license to drive, where he has to go with Uncle Phil, and he gets in that car and he has to try to get his driver's license. Dude, I love those scenes, and they do that. They film that perfectly, because she tagged the shit out of that car that was parked on the side of the road. She hit it,
destroyed it. That was a great one. All the ones with her driving, it was freaking delightful.
Like when her and Paul Rudd are in there, he's like, "Hey, James Bond, here in America, we drive on the right side of the road." It's so good.
Because I think that's not exaggerated even a tiny bit for 15-year-olds driving cars. They're total idiots. They don't know what's going on. They're going to smash into shit. Why would we do that?
So because Jake's as old as he is, he's slowly getting to that point where he's like starting to pay attention to like, why do you do that? What do you do here? What's this? Yeah. He said the other day, he's like, "Man, you got to pay attention to so much stuff. How do you change the song or change the song on your phone or search for something without like losing control of the whole thing?" I was like, freaking 30 years of driving, I guess. I got nothing.
Yeah.
It's the only way. What's your next quote?
My next quote's not one of my favorites, but I felt like I would be remiss if I didn't include it, which is as if. Because they said it a million times. And it's
so many times.
If you say it to someone our age, they'll know that you're talking about this movie.
Yeah, that came from this.
That's like the "I'll be back." Like, I have to put that in there, even though I don't think it's that great.
Yes. I went the opposite direction and went for one that I thought was fantastic, and that's when right after the tennis thing, she gives her speech. What's her name? Shows the note, and then the next one is Ambular, and she says, "Miss Stoker, my plastic surgeon doesn't want me doing any activity where balls fly at my nose." And she says, "Well, there goes your social life, dude." Fantastic. How do you? Come on, that's freaking great. That's great. So I threw that one in there.
That is great. My last one I thought about doing as a scene, but I was like, I think I just want the quote. It's, dude, she's It's in the last 20 minutes of the movie, and Cher's going to give herself an emotional makeover, and she starts to care about shit.
Yeah.
And she's going to be the captain of the Pismo Beach Disaster Relief Agency or whatever club.
Get you.
And dude, she's just like, she's clearing out their freaking kitchen. She's like, Dad, you didn't like this red caviar, did you? And she's toting shit through the room. And she's like, Cher. It's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm the captain of the Pismo Beach Disaster Club, Daddy. She's like, I don't think they need your skis. And dude, she goes, Daddy, some people lost all their belongings. Don't you think that includes athletic equipment?
Dude, come on. But isn't that the reason why people go to like really affluent neighborhoods and shop at their Goodwill? Because people give away stuff like that.
Yes.
That's
dude, I
fantastic.
do that in Nashville. I drive to freaking the Tony part of town.
The
to the
Goodwill.
Habitat store. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they're giving away shit that I would not have been able to buy.
Right. Yeah, dude, I love her interactions with her dad.
Dude, me too.
So the last quote that I have like 3 Mel quotes altogether because I just love them so much. And one of them was the Sammy Davis Jr. Rat Pack 45 and a shovel. The other one was, Daddy, this is my friend Ty. Get out of my chair.
I didn't put that one in my quotes because I knew that you were going to do that.
That's because we have a couch at our house and also a chair, and I sit in the chair most of the time. Yeah. And every time I walk in the room and somebody's there and I want to sit there, I just say it like him as best as I can. There's another part where he's like, Cher, get in here. He's like, you mean to tell me that you argued your way from a C+ to an A-? Totally based on my powers of persuasion. Are you proud? He's like, honey, I couldn't be happier if they were based on real grades. Dude, the way what is that, a New York accent? Like, I freaking just love his accent.
He's from New York.
God, it's so good.
So I think it is a New York accent. And he also went to school at Tufts, which is in Boston. But I was just thinking, I'm like, we've done like a lot of this guy's movies. Like, he's in The Usual Suspects this year. Yeah. He was in Maverick last year. And in 93, he did Rookie of the Year and For Love or Money, both of which we did. So this is like the 5th movie we've done of his.
Yeah, he was the guy who, remember on For Love or Money, he's like, I need some of them things.
Yeah, some of them things.
Them things? On the pillow.
On the pillow.
Hairs. Dude, the last one is right after Elton kicks her out of the car, out of his Camaro. And freaking the dad calls her. He's like, do you know what time it is? A watch really doesn't go with this outfit, Daddy. It's like, where are you? I was just having a snack with my girlfriends. And you can hear the helicopter in the background. He's like, where? In Kuwait? Is that in the valley? I expect you to walk through this door in 20 minutes. Everywhere in LA takes 20 minutes. And I remember you telling me everywhere in LA takes like 2 hours. So yeah, I think that's they're not going to make it.
That must have been some 90s LA traffic, because when I lived in LA, it took 20 minutes to get from my house to across the street from my house.
I could still see my house from here. Yeah, dude, Dan Hedaya, he's fantastic. I put him down for all the things.
He's the best.
What about characters? Did you put him in your characters?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, me too. He's so
because everything he said cracked me up. It's, get out of my chair.
Not with the juice again. Yeah, dude, I love that guy. He was the first person I put down because I literally thought all the quotes I had were him. I had to go back and add other ones just so I didn't have all his quotes.
I had Alicia Silverstone was my first character, Cher. She carries this movie. She becomes a huge star and then does a bunch of not good movies after this, except for Blast for the Past, which made no money, but which you and I really like.
Stars. Yeah, dude.
She's fantastic.
She really did a good job. She's bubbly. She doesn't have, she sells it. Lacks self-awareness.
And I also feel like people, probably anybody listening to the podcast knows this, because people our age will remember that, like, a lot of the 90s was spent with us going, like, what happened to Alicia Silverstone? I feel like she hasn't done a movie in a while.
She was the mom. My kids recognize this. She was the mom on Diary of the Wimpy Kid movie. Mm-hmm. And because she's older now, so she plays older roles. Yeah, and she's playing older roles, so she's the mom. And the dad, by the way, was Spartacus, the friggin' drummer from That Thing You Do. But dude, I thought she killed it. I made the kids go back and watch Aerosmith videos after this. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, dude,
she did a great job.
She is fantastic. This is the career-defining role for her, and one of the reasons why this movie was so successful.
Big time.
And so I had her first, and then I had Dan Hedaya second, because everything you said made me laugh.
Item swapped. Who's your third?
My third was Donald Faison.
Oh God, I you know what? I wanted to put him, but I couldn't tell it because he's funny in this. He's definitely funny, but I felt like I was giving it to him just because of how much I love Turkleton, and I was like, oh man, I don't know.
I definitely love Donald Faison. I definitely love Turk, but I actually really like his performance in this movie because it just seemed like all the stuff with him and Dion Stacey Dash was fantastic. Like,
so good.
He's like,
so good.
He's like, what am I gonna tell my grandkids? He's like, look at Lawrence's hair. It's the bomb.
It's the bomb.
And like, dude, he's like freaking holding his pants, and he's like talking, but he's also everything he said was it's like, woman,
let me find out.
And then when he tells like they're in the freaking car, and Cher is saying how she like almost went all the way with. He's like, with who? He's like, your man's a cake boy.
He just starts laughing. Ah, man, that was great. Also, that scene right there that you're talking about, Jake was like, wait, is it that scary being on the freeway? I was like, no, it's not.
I was thinking that too, because like I lived in LA, but I lived there when I was like 26, 27, and I moved back when I was like 30. So I've been driving for like 10 plus years. But I could definitely see, dude, I remember when Mike Jones and Snake came down to Houston for the summer to do an internship, and they'd never been out of Montana, and they had to drive in Houston, and they were absolutely petrified of the Houston traffic. That. So if you don't know what you're doing, like if you took Jake and you gave him like a month of driving lessons, and they were like, all right, cool, let's go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And he would be petrified.
Yeah, I could see
He'd be like, do I take the one towards the Superdome or not? Like that would be. So I actually think that's pretty accurate.
Dude, when the old lady's like flipping him off, and Alicia Silverstone's just in the back going, "Shut up!" It's great.
Dude, there's so many good characters. Who is your third? I couldn't figure out who to cut out because I liked
Paul Rudd. I can't. Yeah. First of all, he still looks almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
How in the hell does he do that? But dude, I thought he was grounded. Like I liked his character. And this starts his super long career, all the way up through Ant-Man.
Dude, and he's 26 when they make this movie. Alicia Silverstone is 16 or 17.
Yeah.
And so he's 56 now. But yeah, from 26 to 56. You should ask your kids if Paul Rudd looks like Wallace Shawn.
Yeah, and he's past 51, so he's 56. So geez, I'm gonna ask him. That's crazy.
But he's such a good actor. Like he's obviously he's doing action, he's doing Marvel. I mean, the Marvel action is just like you just get six pack and then you tell jokes. But like he's great. He does like serious dramatic stuff. He does comedy. He does rom-com. Like, dude, he's the best.
He's killing it. Yeah.
If I was like a little bit like I feel like if I'd have been born like in 1995 instead of 1980, Paul Rudd might be my favorite actor instead of Tom Hanks.
Yeah, dude, I could see that.
Like he doesn't quite have the acclaim, but like he's got the list. Like if you look at it, like, dude, he's got like 15 movies I really like.
That's what I was gonna say. There's very few movies that he does that I'm just like, ugh, God, why would he do that?
Well, I'm looking at the list and it's like, I Love You, Man. I like that movie a lot. But like Anchorman, dude, that's a great movie. You even forget he's like 60% of the time works every time.
Dude, I love me some Paul Rudd.
40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up. Oh man, he's great.
Yeah, agreed. I'm all about him.
Everybody's great in this, though. Stacey Dash is great, even though she's a super weirdo now. Brittany Murphy's great, R.I.P.
Oh, man, can't believe she... I was trying to tell the kids about that, too. Jake was like, what else have these people been in? Dude, I pulled up Stacey Dash. I was like, you got to see Kanye's first video, the All Falls Down video.
Well, we just talked about Stacey Dash a couple, maybe last year. We did Renaissance Man.
Renaissance Man, yeah. I showed him that video. And then, like, he asked about Brittany Murphy. Like, what do you mean she died? I was like, she was, like, in her 30s. This was
32.
32. She did that movie with Ashton Kutcher where I think it's called Just Married. And they go to Venice and they get in a fight and she hits him with a freaking big heavy like stone ashtray, and he's like, the bitch hit me with an ashtray. Dude, I forget. She's awesome.
I always think about her in 8 Mile. That's the one that I think about.
8 Mile, yeah, 8 Mile. There's I used to get her confused with the chick that could sing on Sister Act 2. Yeah. But it's not, you know what I'm talking about? But it's not the one that sings like The Love Boat.
Yeah.
But it's not her. Like, no, I mean, I know you know it's not her, but I'm saying like now that I'm thinking about it, they don't even really look the same, or I don't know why they reminded me of each other. Yeah, all good people in this. You want to talk about Heckerling?
Yeah. Writer-director Amy Heckerling. I like, she was the director of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but she also worked with the screenwriter because it was written by Cameron Crowe, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Right.
And she read the screenplay when she got attached to direct, and she was like, I like this, but I feel like it's maybe not doing exactly what I want. So she went and read the novel for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and then she sat with Cameron Crowe and they reworked the script. So she didn't get a screenplay credit for that, but she actually did help shape that.
Nice.
As well as direct it, which is obviously, that's another like teenager movie that ends up being huge and launches the careers of like 8 people.
Right.
And then she directs like National Lampoon's European Vacation. Then she writes and directs Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking Too. She gets the idea while she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And those are like, people I think maybe kind of clowned on those movies after they came out, but those are great and we loved them.
Yeah, they're way good. Dude, she did Johnny Dangerously.
She directed Johnny Dangerously.
I wouldn't know about that one with Michael Keaton had it not been for Biggin with the fucking isol like that. Dude, that whole bit, oh man. And then Loser.
And then she writes and directs Clueless.
That movie, remember that?
And then she writes and directs Loser, yes.
Golly, it's so
I still
good.
really like that movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I don't know if it's still good, but
we'll have to see in 5 years when we do it for the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And then she's done a bunch of directing since then. She worked on the Clueless TV show for a couple seasons, executive produced, wrote and directed a bunch of episodes, wrote the pilot episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, I feel like she's kind of like maybe a little under the radar, but is like pretty important as far as.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of people
go.
that like know would know her. You know what I'm saying? Like people that are in the industry would be like, oh yeah, of course. Just like Kennedy. What's her name with all the Star Wars movies?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy. Like if you tell the average person that about Kathleen Kennedy, a lot of people are just like, is she a senator? I don't know who that is. But like she's had her hand in so many different movies that shaped my childhood and set up a whole bunch of stuff for a lot of different movies that made a ton of different, a lot of money, like a lot of money.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, she's got a pretty crazy background. It's funny looking through all the stuff. How many of these actors, writers, and directors are New York based?
With Dan Hedaya.
But also like get out of my chair. Wallace Shawn, our guy Rex.
Yeah,
he's I think he's from New York, but he also went to Harvard and has like done a bunch of like playwriting and stuff. It's like, dude, this guy's good.
Dude, I love his voice.
Do you have any? Yeah, it's great. Do you have any other bonus good?
Just that this was really pushed hard by MTV, which really helped launch it into being a cultural, touchstone. And that it was originally going to be a TV show. That's what Heckerling was trying to make with this, but ended up being a movie. So that's cool. Yeah.
The only thing I was going to add is that they went to Bronson Alcott High School, which is not a real high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder what that name sounds familiar. I went and looked it up, and Bronson Alcott is was a writer from the 1800s, and he had a daughter named Louisa May Alcott who wrote a bunch of great books like Little Women and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm assuming that's Amy Heckerling's shout to one of the like most famous women writers.
It definitely is.
And also there is an actor that you and I both really appreciate whose name is Bronson Alcott Pinchot.
Oh man, that's
who he's named after.
What? That's cool.
Yeah.
Freaking Aquafoley.
Aquafoley.
Oh man, I just added to my media server Perfect Strangers with cousin
Larry Appleton.
Yeah, dude, it's really good. You should add it to your list.
I'm gonna check it out.
What about worst? Do you have any worst?
The only worst is the like stepbrother incest relationship and
Good.
the age difference.
That's what I put 2. And here's my question, because Jake asked me. They don't have any of the same parents, right?
No, they don't.
Right. That's what I was thinking. He was like, wait, the dad's the same? I was like, no. He married Paul Rudd, he married, I can't remember to call him Ant-Man because they didn't know Paul Rudd. I was like, he married Ant-Man's mom, and she already had him. So, like, they're not blood related at all, but it is kind of weird because the whole time Jake was like, wait, they're kissing? That's weird. And then at the end, they even make the joke about it, like, as if I'm 16. I'm not, this isn't Kentucky. Like,
yeah.
They lean
They have to make
it,
the joke about it, but also, like, 16 and the other one's in college. That means it's not okay, even in Los Angeles, even in the 90s. Although it wouldn't be the weirdest thing that happened when we were in high school or college, or even now probably. But everybody knew that if you were in high school and you were dating a college person, that someone was probably committing a felony.
Yeah. Dude, the amount of people that I talk to or hear talking in my classes that are dating oh yeah, he graduated 2 years ago. I was like, what the So wait a second, he's like 2 years past high school and he's still dating you and you're a junior? That can't be. That's like you're going to jail kind of stuff, right?
Yes. But then even though they don't have any of the same parents, the fact that depending on when they grew up together, that's still is like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
But also, like, it was weird then, but it was way less weird. Now we know it's way weirder, but also people still do it. So yeah, that's like, I'm not going to go like, I'm canceling that movie, but I'm like, you should probably pay attention if you're watching it with your kids. Like, hey, we know now that we should probably not.
And as soon as she made the Kentucky joke, Jake brought it up, so I didn't have to like talk to him about it.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I saw a whole bunch of articles. It's like, there's like, Clueless is very problematic now. And I read a couple of them, and it's all the same stuff. It's like the step-sibling thing, the age difference thing, and the fact that the movie perpetuates a bunch of stereotypes, but it was doing it on purpose for comedic effect, so I really don't care about that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that kind of misses the point. Like, the space shuttle
all the different groups on
don't worry
campus.
About it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like, oh, the Lodies are over there, and it's like, this is the preppies. Like, every high school movie does that. Who cares?
You can't date any of them unless you drive a BMW.
Yeah.
The Persians.
The Persian Mafia.
That's great.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Like, I just don't care about high school stereotyping. That's always going to happen. I like it.
Stop trying to make that happen. Dude, I didn't have any effect. There wasn't very many effects.
No,
there
was not an effect in this entire movie, I don't think.
Yeah.
Did you like when Breckenmeyer was doing the skateboarding tournament and they never showed his face?
You could totally tell it wasn't him. Do you know what's weird though? My kids and I are watching Indiana Jones: Last Crusade.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of scenes where you could see that it's Harrison Ford driving that motorbike.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I don't know if we talked about that. I can't remember, but
I think we definitely did. And we also talked about when we did that movie for Patreon that Harrison Ford and Sean Connery are like 12 years apart in age.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite Indiana Jones movie.
It's definitely good. Cece's enjoying it so far. We just haven't finished it. But dude, I totally saw the Breckenmeyer. Like, you could tell it wasn't even his body size.
It wasn't the body type. I
Yeah.
thought they did a good job of like only showing camera angles when it was from the back, like in a wide shot, and the guy had on. You could tell they were telling the stunt guide, it's like, hey, when you do this spin around thing, make sure you tuck your face into your armpit so we can never see your face.
Yeah.
Dude, it's old tech. Everyone's got cell phones, which is fine. Everyone has cell phones now. And actually, 95 is the era where cell phones started to get the size that they now are.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look weird at all.
I mean, they still have buttons and stuff. They're not smartphones, just for the younger
buttons.
listeners.
The only weird part about it is that everyone has a cell phone and then also a beeper with it.
Yeah. Why don't you answer my pages?
This looks like some of your stringy shit. I do not wear polyester hair.
Oh man.
Yeah, old tech. I don't know. Jeeps.
Yeah, Jeeps are still a thing.
they're still
Polaroids.
around.
Remember, she took a Polaroid. I put that down.
Yeah.
She took a
Polaroids.
Polaroid.
Political incorrectness is all the like stereotypical, like freaking Donald Faison always walking around with baggy pants. Like just it's all the stereotype stuff. But again, I'm a white man, so maybe that's why I don't care about that, but I just don't care. It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be stereotyping high school kids in 95.
Right. And it did a great job at that.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's do 5
questions.
What'd your kids think? Is it okay for kids?
Dude, I was going to say, Cece kind of checked out about halfway through. She was just not finding the stuff as funny as Jake and I were. So I'd say around 11. It's PG-13, though. But I'd say 11. 11 years old.
Yeah, seems good. Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? It seems like a perfect movie for now, honestly.
I don't know if they could do a direct remake, but like,
Yeah.
they could definitely make this again. Do you make it like a TV series and get deeper into the characters, or you like the movie one-off?
I think both would be fine.
minutes?
I was trying to think of like, because usually when they do like high school shows, they always set it at a wealthy high school, because if it's a poor high school, the problems are not nearly as entertaining. It's like someone might shoot me on the way to get a clean pair of socks. It's like I can't really play that
there's
for comedy.
There's no funding, and we can't do the thing.
Yeah, so if you look back at our life, it's like 90210 and freaking Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill, and pick any one. They're always rich kids, because then you can have a lot of drama and comedy, and it's not like really terrifying.
Problems. Right,
white people
right.
problems. So I don't know. I think that would be the challenge, because it'd be great if we could. I think mainly we're trying to do content now where it's not as many rich white people problems, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think that would be one of the stumbling blocks. But I like that. I mean, not that there are plenty of wealthy schools that have a much more diverse student body. Let's do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mentioning that, do you have anybody to recast? I don't know anybody.
No, dude, it's like we were talking about. I'm supposed to come up with like a half a dozen actors who are all under the age of 20. I don't have any idea how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to start browsing OnlyFans to come up with ideas. I'm just going to stay away from that and go, we're in the area where I don't know people, which is I like.
Yes. Give me the other one, Only Grands, where it's just older people that could be grandparents. I know them.
Yeah, that's our age people.
So number 5, can you watch and enjoy it?
Yeah, dude, this is great.
Dude,
it's on Hulu.
A staple of nostalgia for 90s people. For 90s
everyone. I can't imagine that. Well, I mean, I know there are people who don't like movies as much as we like movies. They're probably like my wife. She's like, "Oh, Clueless, I love that movie." I was like, "Well, I'm going to watch it." She's like, "No, I'm going to go to bed." I was like, "All right."
Yeah, Kat was working on stuff and watched it from the other room, and she was like quoting stuff, and you could hear her laughing, but like, she wasn't going to stop working to come watch it.
Yeah. So, but you absolutely should. It's streaming. It's fantastic.
That's awesome. I loved it. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out, especially if you're close to our age or remember the 90s at all. If you remember the 90s.
Yeah.
And it was on Hulu. Did you say that?
Yeah, on Hulu.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at we didn't pick what movie we're going to do next. I'm trying to look at the list.
We had talked the time before, and we had narrowed it down to 3, and then we picked this one. But the other 2 were Tommy Boy and Money Train, so I was leaning towards one of those. Because I love those movies.
Let's do Money Train.
Money Train, freaking right.
Wesley, Woody, and featuring J-Lo.
Jenny from the Block, and Wesley Snipes, Passenger 57.
Yeah, so by the time you hear this, 3 Minute a Baby will be out on Patreon along with Beverly Hills 2, and then we'll be coming back here on the main feed in 2 weeks with Money Train.
What else?
I think that's it, man.
Nice.
Thanks for listening. Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.